In the late 1990s and early 2000s, baseball was in the midst of a transformative period. The game witnessed a surge in home runs, and players like Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa captured the imagination of fans with their epic battles for single-season home run records. However, one player stood out, not only for his incredible talent, but also for the controversies that surrounded him: Barry Lamar Bonds.
If they all say, I hate Barry Bonds, because Barry Bonds was a jerk and a louse. He was a bad person. Wait, you can talk to people on the golf course playing with Barry Bonds, his friends, his self-described friends. And you know what they say? I hate him. Because he was a jerk, and he's not dumb. He says he was being dumb. Barry Bonds, if you talk to him for 5 minutes, and I have many times, he is a bright, engaging guy, and you would look at Bonds and say, why are you being this way? You don't have to be this way.
Bonds, a talented outfielder, faced numerous issues throughout his career, but the pinnacle of controversies emerged in the Bay Area Laboratory Cooperative Scandal, also known as BALCO. This scandal forever linked Bonds to allegations of using performance-enhancing drugs, tarnishing his legacy and making him one of the most polarizing figures in baseball history. Born into a baseball legacy, with his father Bobby Bonds being an MLB All-Star and his godfather being the legendary Willie Mays, Barry Bonds seemed destined for greatness. However, from his early days in high school, Bonds exhibited a personality that rubbed many people the wrong way. He was described as condescending and someone who intimidated the hell out of other people.
Yeah, I've interviewed Barry Bonds. You know what? He's a jerk. He's condescending, he intimidates the hell out of you.
In a 2016 interview with Terrence Moore, Bonds expressed regret for the persona he had created, attributing it to the pressure he felt to perform as a young player with the Pirates. Remarking on this, Bonds said, "Hell, I kick myself now because I'm getting great press, since being more cooperative. And I could have had 1 trillion more endorsements, but that wasn't my driving force. The problem was that when I tried to give in a little, it never got better. I knew I was in the midst of that image, and I determined at that point that I was never going to get out of it. So I just said, I've created this fire around me, and I'm stuck in it, so I might as well live with the flames." Bonds' confrontational attitude can be traced back to his family background, where his baseball lineage faced unfair treatment from the media. Public opinion suggests that while some astonishing skills were passed along to Barry, unfortunately, so was an ill temper and hostility. The left-handed slugger was especially dangerous on the diamond, recording a .467 average and earning Prep All-American honors during his senior year of high school. Bonds' achievements were impressive enough that his hometown team, the San Francisco Giants, selected him in the second round of the 1982 MLB Draft. However, the two sides failed to come to terms on a signing bonus, and Bonds opted to attend Arizona State University instead. Although Bonds was a standout player in his 3 seasons with the Sun Devils, boasting a .347 batting average with 45 home runs and 175 RBIs, he struggled to coexist with his teammates. His coach acknowledged that none of Bonds' teammates cared about him because he was rude, inconsiderate, and self-centered, an issue that would continue to plague him in his professional career. Bonds was the most talented player on the roster during his tenure at Arizona State, including a record-tying 7 straight hits in the 1985 College World Series. Yet, at one point, his teammates voted to take him off the team. Despite these early challenges, Bonds excelled and was selected by the Pittsburgh Pirates as the 6th overall pick in the 1985 MLB Draft. His time in Pittsburgh, however, was marked by clashes with teammates, including physical altercations and public disputes. Despite Bonds' outstanding on-field achievements, they were frequently overshadowed by the negative media coverage casting him as a villain off the field. One notable incident in Pittsburgh involved an altercation with teammate Andy Van Slyke, leading to Bonds being physically assaulted by several teammates. Bonds' departure from Pittsburgh in 1992 was met with relief by the team, with reports of a parade being thrown to celebrate his exit. The negative narrative continued as Bonds faced accusations of selfishness for demanding fair compensation and criticizing the team's management. Despite winning 2 MVP awards, Bonds was never well liked by reporters or fans in Pittsburgh. One newspaper outlet even tagged him with an award as the MDP, Most Despised Pirate. In 1993, Bonds left the Pirates to sign a lucrative free agent contract worth a then-record $43.75 million over 6 years with the San Francisco Giants, hoping for a fresh start. The deal, at that time, was the largest in baseball history in terms of both total value and average annual salary. However, the controversies persisted. A messy divorce with his first wife, Suzanne, also turned the media against him. Bonds met Suzanne Margaret Branco, the mother of his first 2 children, Nikolai and Shikari, in Montreal, Quebec in August 1987. They eloped to Las Vegas on February 5, 1988. The couple separated in June 1994, divorced in December 1994, and had their marriage annulled in 1997. Despite the controversies, Bonds' career reached new heights in the late 1990s, winning 3 MVP awards, 6 All-Star selections, and 5 Gold Gloves during his tenure with the Giants. However, this era in baseball was tainted by the widespread use of steroids, and Bonds found himself under scrutiny during the BALCO scandal in 2003. The BALCO laboratory allegedly marketed an undetectable steroid called the Clear, and Bonds was implicated in the scandal, raising questions about his achievements on the field. Bonds declared his innocence, attributing his changed physique and increased power to a strict regimen of bodybuilding and legitimate dietary supplements. Bonds became embroiled in the scandal when Greg F. Anderson of the Bay Area Laboratory Cooperative, Bonds' trainer since 2000, was indicted by a federal grand jury and charged with supplying anabolic steroids to athletes, including several unnamed baseball players. This led to speculation that Bonds had in fact used performance-enhancing drugs during a time when there was no mandatory testing in Major League Baseball. The BALCO scandal, coupled with Bonds' perceived arrogance and controversial demeanor, further fueled the negative perception of him in the media. Many baseball fans and experts thought Bonds might have knowingly used illegal steroids. What made it even more suspicious is that Bonds was still performing exceptionally well at 40 years old, an age when most players are slowing down or thinking about retiring. This unusual situation raised a lot of questions and made people even more doubtful of Bonds' achievements. In 2007, Bonds was indicted on perjury and obstruction of justice charges. The legal battle that ensued cast a shadow over his accomplishments and initially resulted in his conviction of obstruction of justice in 2011. He was sentenced to 30 days of house arrest, 2 years of probation, and 250 hours of community service. However, in 2015, the conviction was later overturned, but unfortunately, the damage to his reputation had already been done. He has cemented his status as a controversial figure in the world of sports. The BALCO scandal wasn't the only controversy in Bonds' career. His decision to withdraw from the MLB Players Association licensing agreement in 2003 marked another exhausting chapter. Bonds believed that independent marketing deals would be more lucrative for him, leading to his exclusion from MLBPA licensed merchandise. This move made him the first player in the program's 30-year history not to sign. The controversial biography, Love Me, Hate Me, Barry Bonds and the Making of an Anti-Hero by Jeff Pearlman, released in 2006, adding more fuel to the fire. Based on over 500 interviews, the book depicted Bonds as a polarizing, insufferable braggart with a legendary ego. The media frenzy surrounding the book further deepened the public's perception of Bonds as a divisive figure. Adding to the narrative was the reality TV series Bonds on Bonds, which aired in 2006. The show focused on Bonds' pursuit of Babe Ruth's and Hank Aaron's home run records. However, it was short-lived, with creative control issues leading to its cancellation. Bond's attempt to control his narrative through the series faced challenges, reflecting the broader struggle to manage his public image. The legal battles and controversies overshadowed Bond's on-field achievements during his later years with the Giants. Remarkably, Bonds put together one of the most dominant stretches in baseball history, winning 4 consecutive MVP awards and leading the league in various statistical categories. His achievements during this period were staggering, accumulating more wins above replacement WAR than 5 entire teams. Barry Bonds stands as the sole player in the 500-500 club, accomplishing over 500 home runs and over 500 stolen bases. During the 1996 season, he impressively hit 42 home runs and stole 40 bases, making him one of just 5 players in baseball history to join the elite 40-40 club. Other members of this exclusive group include Jose Canseco, Alex Rodriguez, Alfonso Soriano, and Ronald Acuna Jr. At the age of 42, Bonds surpassed Hank Aaron to become the all-time home run king, hitting an incredible 762 home runs.
Here comes Barry Bonds to the plate. Feet close together, crowding the plate, deep in the batter's box. Here it comes. Fastball swung on and driven into deep left center. Back goes Holiday at the warning track at the wall. It's gone! A home run!
While the achievement was historic, it was met with mixed reactions, with some celebrating the milestone and others viewing it through the lens of the surrounding controversies. The steroids era had tainted his pursuit of baseball's most sacred record. In a surprising turn of events, despite his continued success on the field, Bonds found himself without a contract offer from any MLB team in 2008. The league seemed unwilling to sign a player with legal problems, making people think there might be secret plans against Bonds. The once dominant player was left in baseball limbo, watching from the sidelines as his storied career came to an unceremonious end and going down as one of the most talked about and controversial players in MLB history. While he remains a statistical giant, Bonds' legacy is forever entangled with the steroids era and the questions surrounding the use of performance-enhancing drugs in baseball. There is an ongoing debate about whether Bonds deserves a place in the Baseball Hall of Fame. Some argue that his achievements are tainted by steroids, making a case for his exclusion. On the flip side, others believe that Bonds' impressive stats, regardless of the controversy, should earn him recognition as one of the sport's all-time greats. Does Bonds deserve a spot in the Hall of Fame? What's your take? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to check out the rest of the videos on our channel, like and subscribe for more exciting moments in sports history.